Hi guys, I just wanted to do a little video for you talking about group lead promotions. I know we've had quite a lot of talk in the group about them recently, and I've been spending quite a lot of time thinking about the group lead promotions, how to make them sustainable, what part of that is down to me as a mentor, what part of that is down to you as leaders, and what processes and tools we can have in place to make this happen. I think group leader promotion is one of the hardest ones to sustain. It can happen really quickly and by accident, by going for triple gold for the travel, or just trying to play gold every season. You have to promote team leaders. Therefore, getting two of them and going group leader can happen really quickly, and that often makes it not sustainable. It isn't fully planned out. And that can have this effect where you promote and then demote and then promote and then demote, and that can be quite hard on you. It can be a little bit soul destroying. It can make you feel like you're failing when actually you're not. It's just that your business isn't at that point of sustaining it yet. So I've just got a PowerPoint slide just with a couple of pointers to go through with you. Just so I had some notes really to go. That's not the right one. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, this is the one. Sorry about that. Group leader promotions. So when you promote to group leader, this is what your promotion looks like. Generally, those of you going for group leader promotion, it's you doing your 1500, your team leader 1 and your team leader 2. So it's just the 3 of you, just 3 leaders, and this is your minimum amount to go for promotion. When you go for a team leader promotion, or when we have people going for a team leader promotion, we very much tell them to go way above what they need. We never say to someone, go out and recruit 4 people, you're going to promote to team leader, and that will be sustainable for the rest of your life. We tell them to go out and recruit 8 people, that would be sustainable for their promotion, that will give them the 1500, and that will also then help them sustain going forward. But we also tell them to keep recruiting every single month, so bringing new people in. So if you've promoted to group leader and your business looks like this, just you and 2 team leaders, then the chances are it's not really going to be a business that can sustain a group leader for very long. You need to be doing more to build up that business around it. So a sustainable group leader promotion looks a bit more like this, which can look rather scary. So it's you as a leader doing your 1500, and maybe 4 personal promoted team leaders. That can seem a little bit scary, but it's just doing that same thing over and over again. It's getting extra leaders, because unfortunately we don't like to admit it, some leaders will promote and they're demoted again. Absolutely some won't. Some will get the bug and will really go for it, and they'll start promoting their own team leaders, like this one over here. And that's really great. But this is what your business needs to look like to be a sustainable group leader business. You need to have additional legs, because some of these legs may not qualify. So you might end up with just 2 of these qualifying. It may be that 1 doesn't qualify and your second line qualifies. So starting to get your second line leaders makes a group leader promotion really sustainable, because then it doesn't matter so much if your leader doesn't qualify, because you have an extra leg in their place to make sure someone in that leg's qualifies. So the deeper you go, the stronger your foundations get, and the more sustainable and the stronger your business becomes. It's really building those foundations, and that takes time to do that. You can't really promote a leader who promotes a leader really quickly. Sometimes it happens in the same month, but it makes sustaining that harder. So some of this is just time. You just have to give it time to allow this to happen. But you also need to be, encouraging your leaders to stay in that goal development plan, to be promoting team leaders themselves, and understanding why they should do that and what they need to do to make that happen. Because the quicker you can master that, the quicker your own group leader business or DL business or EL business becomes sustainable. So there's a few things I've put down on what we can do as mentors to help make your group leader promotion stick. So the first one is plan it out. Don't let it happen by accident. Plan what you want to achieve. So if you want to become a group leader, if that's the stepping stone to your bigger goal, because I think group leader very much is a stepping stone promotion. It's not really the all and be end all. It's not like a massive goal to sit there for the rest of your life. It's just the next step on what is growing your business into what you want it to be. So make sure you plan it. The next bit is set your goals. Make sure you know what your big vision is. Make sure you have that goal. Make sure you're constantly reminding yourself of it and working towards that. You also need to know your organiser's goals. You're not going to get people to promote to team leader, and you're definitely not going to get them to stick at team leader if you're not working with them to know why they're doing it. People can get very excited with their double promotion bonus, going through quick start, and they just sort of hit these incentives because they're excited and they're new and they're going for it and they're getting that buzz. And then very, very quickly, if they've not realised what this opportunity can give to them and they're just doing it because of that recognition, that buzz, they will drop back down again. So it's really important to work with your organisers to know their goals, and to work with your leaders to find out what their Usborne why is, what their motivation is, what's going to keep them going. So that's another one that's really important to do, is to make sure your leaders know their why, which can be a really, really tricky thing for people to work out. So it does take a little bit of time to have conversations with them, do some trainings on it, use the Usborne why of tools and downloads, and make sure people know. Some people will know straight away. Some of the people will be in a job that they hate and they're desperate to get out of it, and that's great because they will put in the work because they know what they want. Other people might take a bit of time to know why they want to doing it. And some people might go, do you know what, I haven't got a big Usborne why, I quite like my job, I'm happy with where I am, this is just a little bit of a hobby. That's fine too, but it's your job as a mentor to find out what people's reasons are. For you, it's really important to keep the bigger picture in mind. Use your vision boards, look at your goals, write them down in your passion planners, your diaries, and know what you're working for, because there will be days when it's hard. There will be days where you feel like you're speaking to hundreds of people and you're not recruiting. There will be times where you feel like your leaders are being really negative. So just keep in mind what your bigger picture is. Visualize what your business is going to be like as well. Visualizing is a really important thing for me, and I didn't really realize I did it as much as I do. But I do tend to sit there and visualize things that are going to happen. So before I do a training day, I tend to visualize what I'm going to stand up and say. For instance, for the gala, when I won Top Recruiter, I'd visualized myself going on that stage and receiving that award so many times, and what I might say and what my speech might be before getting up and making that happen. So it's a really good way of cementing in your head what it is that you want to achieve. So visualize the size of your team, visualize what it's going to look like when you've got multiple leaders, when you've got those second line leaders. Visualize the type of trainings you might be running. Visualize what you might be spending the extra money on as well, what that's going to look like in your bank account and how that's going to change your life. The next one's a bit like your planning. Set your targets and your milestones. So you've got your big goal, you are big Usborne why, you know where you're going, what that income is going to look like, what your team needs to look like to make that happen. You need to break that down into little targets, little milestones. So if right now you're just a team leader, your first milestone may be to recruit your first team leader. It may be, it's more simple than that, it's just to get another team member, just to get an RSR booked in. But make sure you put some little markers along the way. And then the next one's really important, is remember to reward yourself and give yourself a pat on the back when you hit those. So you need to put a timeline with them as well. So you need to make them SMART. So specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bounded are your SMART goals. I have to recall that off the top of my head then. It's really important to have your goals as SMART goals and know when they're going to happen. Have that time bounded element to them, or you're just never going to get around to making them happen. And yes, reward yourself when they do happen. Make sure you give yourself a big pat on the back and go, that's my step. That is my step closer to where I want my business to be. Always keep recruiting. It is absolutely the backbone of a team leader, group leader, divisional leader, executive leader, business. You have to keep bringing new people in because people will be leaving, people will be promoting out, People will get distracted by life. People will have things that happen in their family life. You have to keep bringing new people into your business. There's no getting away from it. Try new things. Don't be scared to try something that no one else has done before, whether that's a different way of recruiting, a different way of advertising, a fun way of training, whatever that may be. Keep trying new things, and listen to what other people are doing as well, and taking from what they're doing and learn from each other. A really important one is have fun and be fun. Lots of people in your team are there because of you, because they really warm to you, and the fun element massively keeps people going. If people are having fun and they're enjoying their work, they work so much harder. It's been proven time and time and time again that high morale equals high productivity. Happy staff, happy team members work harder and do more. So make sure you keep having fun. Really, really important is don't be hard on yourself. If you have promoted and you demoted, it's okay. It's part of the process. It's just every single day you're in this business is a day closer to getting it to where you want it to be. You can tick them down in your diary. Brilliant. Yesterday is done. That's one day closer to getting the income I want. That's one day closer to being the leader I want to be. That's one day closer to having the bigger team that I want. You'll have days when it goes wrong. Don't beat yourself up at it. It's not you. It's just the way things go. Reflect and adjust. So if you have had a bad day, if you had a good day, take some time to go, what did I do that made today good, or what did I do that made today bad? It may be that you did nothing that made it good or bad, and it was just six things that are around you, or it may be that actually you had a bad attitude, or you skipped some corners, you were a bit lazy, you didn't really put your all into those recruiting conversations, you just emailed the schools rather than picked up the phone. If it is something that you've done, you can adjust it, and then you can make it better the next time. So those are the things that I think you need to do to make your group leader stick. Any promotion stick, really. These are the things that you need to be looking at. But I just wanted to point out that it is a really, really tricky promotion to make a stick, and I think we sort of rely, I'm going to go back to me now, we rely on it just happening. We rely on the fact that our leaders are going to promote and stay leaders, and therefore we're going to hit group leader promotion, and it's just going to carry on and on and on, when unfortunately that's not the case. So if you have promoted and demoted from group leader, please don't worry about it. Please don't beat yourself up about it. If group leader is your next goal and your next step and the next thing on your stepping stones, don't be scared of it. Don't be worried about it. It's part of the process. It's a great promotion to have. It's a great thing to go through. Just be aware it's the same as when you promote to team leader. You do need pretty much double what you think what the criteria is. That's every promotion, you need that. You do have to work hard, and it is relying a bit more on other people, not just you. So some of it is out of your control, and you just have to let that go. So I really hope that's helped. I'm going to sign off now. If you have any questions, please just send me a message or comment under the video, and I will speak to you all soon. Okay, thank you.